It was early September when the phone rang. Our neighbour up the road said his currant bushes were loaded and we could pick as many as we wanted. We didn't realise quite how many bushes he meant, so we just started picking. A few hours later, we came home with buckets full of red and black currants.
Black currant berries.
And while Vincent and I cleaned them, the girls did their part by eating as many as they could.
I did it very flat now.
Okay.
Right, we've cleaned all the black currants and we're ready to start making juice out of it and cordial. And I thought, well, there must probably be something else I can do with the leftover pulp, which there is. And so from the same batch here I've got 5 kilos of berries and here maybe 3, 4. I'm gonna pour it all in the pot. First then I'm gonna strain it, get the pulp out. The leftover with juice, I put some of the juice in some bottles that I'm sterilizing right behind me in the sink. Then I'm going to pour probably half of that juice back into the pot, reduce it further to make cordial, and then pour that in the bottles as well. Afterwards I'll be left with the pulp. And the pulp I'm going to spread out on parchment paper, rather thinly, and put it into our dehydrator to make leather. I've never done that before, so hopefully that's going to work. I'll spread them all out like I'm making leather, and then some of the sheets with leather on it I'll actually be dehydrating for even longer to make it completely brittle, and I'll blitz that up in the blender at the end to make black currant powder. So that's the plan. I've never made any of these before, but shouldn't be too difficult, I would imagine. So let's get juicing.
First, we got on to making black currant juice. It is literally just water and berries.
Press the juices out, it said, you know, so there's a lot in there.
Yeah, exactly. It's blocking it. For a year, you know. After trying several different ways of straining the juice, it was time to try what had now become more cordial than juice. Yeah. Wow. It's very thick and syrupy.
It really is. Oof.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
It's not as tart as I was expecting.
No.
It doesn't like make you draw your cheeks in or anything like that.
Per 500 grams.
Next, we made a mix of red and black currant cordial, and while that was cooking away, we prepared sheets of berry pulp to put in the dehydrator.
Put it in and then... In.
Yeah, would be good.
It's not like it's massive chunks, you know, and it looks all rather soft, so I think what we've done already without blitzing will be just fine.
Yeah, I think this looks a lot better.
So let's take
With all the juices finishing in the water bath, we started cooking down another batch of berries, but this time for jam. For this recipe, we added about 500 grams of sugar to 5 kilos of berries. We did not add pectin, which made for a rather runny jam. And no special mason jars needed for this, just good old repurposed store-bought mayonnaise jars.
Well, that's been quite a session. I think we started at about, oh, that's hot. We started at about 8 o'clock this morning, and right now it's, what is it, about 8 o'clock in the evening, so good 12-hour session. But it was definitely worth it because we have another 13 jars of jam. This is the red currant jam that we made. And then here we also have the cordial that we've made. 3 of them were the black currant, and then the other 4 were a mix of the black currant and red currant. Hey! So I just put the final batch in. We're gonna let this sit for another 7 hours, which means it will bring the total to 24 hours, and they will definitely be brittle enough to pulverize into dust. And after that we'll get onto the batch that I have standing in here, which we'll make into fruit rolls. That's the mixed black and red currants. See?
While waiting for the dehydrator to finish, we got on with some reorganising upstairs and hanging up shelves for the girls.
Better. Straight up, straight like that, yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa. It's in. Okay.
Basket fit, or is it too big? Because maybe you can put stuff in the basket.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's not like the next time. See, this is a proper thing.
Well, we certainly feel that making fruit leather. I mean, these things are cracking as I roll them up, and other ones are, you know, cracking just on the edges and then too soft in the middle. So what's happened is, I think, is that we just had a too high heat. 60 degrees Celsius was too much. So next time is just, you know, be more patient and go at it slow. I don't think it was too thin. I think it was a good layer that I did. Mm-hmm. But you just need to be a bit more patient, maybe even go at 50 only.
Yeah, let's give it a
And then you can at least, yeah, you have a look every, you know, couple of hours just to see where it's at. And you're a bit more in control than otherwise with 60 that seems to be just going way too fast. So yeah, I think what we will do with these is we'll just cook them until they're really brittle, and we'll make a ton of powder out of it that we can store for a long time. Yeah.
So the fruit leather was a failure, but at least the pulp didn't go to waste.
Pretty nice to put in bread or on your yogurt or porridge, or sprinkle it over cake, chuck it in a smoothie and get a nice healthy boost.
A week later, we went back to pick some more berries. By now, the red currants had been eaten up by the birds, but there was still plenty of black currants to go around.
I just tasted the jam and it tastes pretty good. You want to taste it as well before we do it?
Yeah.
You can use that spoon there. Because it's still very runny, I thought adding some pectin, which says the dosage should be 0.3 to 0.8%. Now, of 5.5 kilos if I add berries and sugar together. How much is that? 0.3% of 5.5 kilos. So 1% of 5 is 55. So let's say we do 0.5%. So that's like
Stop.
20, 25, 27. Let's say 2 teaspoons. No, what am I saying? 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons would be 30 grams.
Putting the pectin in directly was a mistake. It took a while to get rid of the clumps, so next time we'll whisk it in a bit of water first before putting it in the jam. Classic powder or liquid pectin. Look how easy that is.
If you ever want to get rid of labels from your jars,
The easiest way,
then just boil it for about 50 minutes.
15 minutes here, and no scrubbing involved whatsoever. No baking soda and oil or anything. Just boil the jar, peel it off, done.
Comes off super easy. Yeah, that's a shame. That is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more jars for the collection. I don't know how many we've got now on the wood cellar. Would you check?